World Course Tour 13 began here at Twin Ring Motegi in Japan for the running of the Amiibo 300. I apologize in advance for the lag that's happening on the first couple laps of the race. I thought that my laptop, Windows 8 laptop to be exact, would be very fast on this track like it has been on all the other Intertown 3 tracks. But apparently that's not the case here, as you can obviously see. PJ Williams took the pole, but easily the 8 of Tony Green took the lead away on the first lap of the race. We would have our first caution of the race on that very same lap. 24 Nick Guerrero tried to make it through the, tried to pass him for the lead on there, but he couldn't do it. The caution flag came out. Here's our first caution today. Leah Walker got involved and flipped over here at Twin Ring Motegi. A big wreck happening, a lot of smoke happening on the final quarter near the start-finish line of the race. And here's another wreck that happened before. Eric Powers of the 21 got spun as well and made up a huge traffic jam near the, again, through the start-finish line. It was a huge traffic jam, so you could tell that they had to pull a caution out for that massive, massive pileup that happened in the back of the pack. Tony Green led on the restart. Nicolas Guerrero was running in second. And now in third is the 3 of Daniel Coffey. And PJ Williams, he's losing the 4th position to Tristan Folks as PJ Williams. He started on the pole, but as you could obviously see, it was not a great race for him overall. Now this is where the lag started to clear up a little bit until it cleared up at the end, so I apologize again for the lag in the beginning of the race. But Dan Coffey and the 3 went on to take the lead away from the 8 of Tony Green. They raced back down the line, side by side, and Dan Coffey would take the lead on that lap. And here comes Brandon Nichols as well. Nichols gonna pass Guerrera for the 3rd position. Now he's going for the 2nd spot. He's just moved up to 2nd. PJ Williams looking to make a comeback in the top 5. 3 wide in the back as you see beautiful views of Twin Ring Motegi. This track has been on the schedule in every season of the Pullman Cup Series, and it's been a really popular track for many fans and drivers too. Nichols took the 2nd position away. Williams moved up to 3rd, as now Nichols is eyeing on the 3 of Daniel Coffey to take that lead away. There's Tony Green making a comeback down to the 4th position. Jordan Newman is now up to 5th, and the lag was really bad at the yeah, the lag was a little bit bad at this track. My apologies for that. Anyway, Nichols is trying to close in. Tony Green, what a run he gets as he comes up to the 3rd position, and Nathan Hudson out of nowhere now in the top 5 as well. Whoa, a little bit of, well, close calls there in the back. Pichu nearly got right into Kyle Collins, and the caution flag came out just after they passed the start-finish line. We had our 2nd caution of the day. As you see these 2 drivers trying to battle it for the lead. Dan Coffey doing a very good job blocking the 17. And they're pulling the top 2 pulling away from the rest of the pack. But the caution had just come out, so it's not going to be too long. Williams takes the 3rd position on the back. And Luke Walker went on to take... No, not Luke Walker. I'm sorry. Daniel Coffey went on to take the lead down to the caution flag. I remember Luke Walker was in the 3 last season. And now Dan Coffey takes over the 3. And the 41, Stephen Polo the 3rd, and the 7, Isaiah Bernesh. And the 5, James Shelley, spun on the final corner. Same as the last caution, except this time no one flipped. Angel Navarro in the 9 involved as well. Jackie Tang got into it. Dylan Young, RJ Bishop, a lot of drivers in that pack, all piled up on that final corner. It was like the same as before, but well, no flip. But anyway, Dan Coffey, there were pit stops during that 2nd caution period, and Dan Coffey would come out of pit road and would keep his lead down to the restart. And Nathan Hudson moved up to 2nd, by the way, after pit stops, so Hudson had a very fast stop. Nichols drops to 3rd, PJ Williams to 4th, and Tony Green is down to just 5th. Then Pichu, who's won here twice in Motegi's history, is now running in the 6th position. He's looking to battle for the 5th position with Tony Green. And here they come down to that stretch. Hudson's trying to close in on Coffey. And then Dan Coffey, for some strange reason, had to come down pit road again. I don't know why that is. That almost always happens with the leaders here at Twin Ring Motegi. They pit for the first time, and then on the restart, the lap up, they take one lap after the restart, and then they come down pit road for whatever reason. I never found out why that always happens at Twin Ring Motegi, but Dan Coffey was an unfortunate victim of it. And now that puts Hudson in the lead as Brandon Nichols running in the second position, and the caution flag came out just in time for Hudson. Jacob Lawler, the 44, ended up spinning on that corner, and it was the same old again, but Johnny Gardner was the victim this time with Kate Culp involved. There you see Dan Coffey just trying to catch up with the pack. His race is already over thanks to that pit road strategy or something like that. But anyway, here comes Tony Green for second on the restart. Got a better jump than Brandon Nichols. Jordan Newman running in the fourth position, and PJ Williams, he could be going for third. There could be a three-wide battle for the third spot, but Williams had to back off a little bit, and Nichols and Newman would battle it out for the third position. While with just 10 laps to go, Tony Green would have to close in on Hudson. But time's running out as another caution came out for Jasmine Acosta. Again, it happens on the final corner of the track. And this always almost every caution at this track seems to happen near the start-finish line. Nathan Hudson jumped really good on the restart. He got a really much-needed good jump on the restart. Newman, Tony Green still trying to narrow his lead down in just 5 laps. They only have 5 or less laps to do it. These drivers not trying to make a lead or trying to draft each other to get in front and make a pass on the 43. There's the 99 of Pichu, a little aggressive there, but Pichu still trying to get a top 10. He's the only TA2 driver still standing in the race. Dan Coffey retired early during that pileup, and so did Luke Walker. But Pichu's now getting in the top 10, and here comes Tony Green, still trying to find enough space, trying to find a lane he could use to pass on Hudson with 4 laps to go. Newman up to third, Williams to fourth, and the side-by-side battle will be Newman and Green battling side-by-side for second down the line. Whoa! Newman got a little hangy there, but he saves it. Green kept second, Nichols third. The caution, though, came out, and it would be too little too late for these drivers to make a pass for the lead. And this was the only caution that didn't happen near the start-finish line. Abby Sachs got spun, made contact with, I think, Kyle Collins, and Sachs got himself a spin. But anyway, coming off the final corner, kicking off World Course Tour 13 with a win, Nathan Hudson earns his second win of the season, his 3rd career win here at Twin Ring Motegi. Before this season, he only had 1 win in Season 7 in Greensville-Spartanburg. Now he has 2 wins in this season alone. So Nathan Hudson will have, his spot is locked into the chase. No doubt about it. He's expected to be one of the favorites to win the championship right now, thanks to the win in Motegi. Here's the rest of the field. It was a wreck fest all the way. About half the field survived, though, on the lead lap. 22 cars to be exact. But let's hope for some better days. As our next race, we head to Dubai for the Pray for Jules Bianchi 300. It'll be a caution-free affair. No cautions. See you then.